Well, hello there once again, and welcome to the jungle. Okay, it's not quite the jungle, but we're back at Walt Disney World, just outside of one of my favorite places on the planet, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, for tiki lovers and tropical enthusiasts, for lovers of the islands, for Disney magic, and themed environments generally. It's probably one of your favorite places as well. Now, I have been filming a whole series of video adventures down here at Walt Disney World, designed to bring you along with us as we experience the fun, the magic, uncover some secrets, talk about a little bit of Walt Disney World history, go to special events, maybe check out some fancy suites in some of the pricier Walt Disney World hotels. We've been churning out adventures one after the other. We're not even remotely close to halfway done with this trip. In fact, we filmed so much out here just in the 4 days we've been at Walt Disney World so far that I'm a little behind in editing. So today, rather than skipping a day and leaving you behind entirely, we thought we'd just do a chill day, walk around the Magic Kingdom. But what better way to get started than by visiting my friend Maui over here. Shruggy Maui in the lobby of Disney's Polynesian Village Resort Hotel. Or just the Poly for short. Look at him. There he is. Dude, aloha. We're actually going to be back at the Polynesian later on this trip for something very special, so I probably shouldn't go nuts filming everything in here now. I just wanted to start my day over here because I like it. 2 of my old friends actually helped design and build the original Polynesian Village Resort and Hotel over here. By the way, what is up with this epic Maui merchandise over here? This is some of the best stuff I've ever seen. That's a tiki mug right there. My friends from Oceanic Arts, Leroy Schmaltz and Bob Van Oosting, so I've always had a connection to this place in my heart. Even long before I got to visit it in person for myself. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Look at that. He's a peeping Tom. It's just a perfect example of what it is I like about Disney World the most, more than the rides, more than the shows. It's those perfectly themed environments for your fantasy adventure. All right, so we're really here to have some breakfast. We're gonna do that really quick. And then we're gonna head off across the Seven Seas Lagoon, way out there. Can you see that castle? To the Magic Kingdom. Just trying to decide now whether we should go by monorail. As you saw out front, the monorail comes right to the Polynesian, or take a launch boat across the lagoon. You know, while we're trying to decide, I should show you something on the patio out here. This tiki god right here, this is Uti. And they have other ones out here. So specifically out here on the balcony for Trader Sam's Tiki Terrace, you'll see lots of amazing tiki figures around the edge, around the planters. Some of them are original to the Polynesian, like this guy here, but other ones should look much more familiar to you because they are copies of the ones from the Tiki Room Lanai at the original Tiki Room in Disneyland. Like, look at this. This is Nagendi right here, the Earth Balancer. And Uti was one of the original Tikis at the Tiki Room in Disneyland as well, only Uti was removed some years ago. But originally, she, as the Polynesian goddess of fishing, was the first one you would encounter up on top of the entrance to the Tiki Room with her canoe up there, which were both sadly removed when they were doing some remodeling and adding the Dole Whip stand underneath that they have today at Disneyland. But luckily, as you just saw, there are multiple copies of Uti out here at the Polynesian. So Uti still lives on right out here at Walt Disney World. So there's a Polynesian and a Disneyland secret for you. All right, we're almost on our way to Magic Kingdom, but first there's been some big changes out here at the Polynesian since the last time I was here, because the brand new DVC expansion, the Island Tower, is now open. And there it is right there. I've only looked at this thing from the ferry boat to the Magic Kingdom, where it looks like a mega eyesore. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks a lot better up close and personal like this. And look, I'm not saying it's a bad looking building in general or that the architect didn't do a good job. It's just a question of whether or not it fits in with this Polynesian. And I leave it to yourself to decide. That is so straight. Looks like there's some killer balconies up there though. Look at that. That is so strange. That sticks out like a sore thumb to me, but then again, I haven't had a chance to get used to it yet, have I? Not gonna lie, even though I like to keep it old school, I'd kind of like to stay in this tower, because look at it, if you're staying in there, not only do you have the view of the Seven Seas Lagoon and the Magic Kingdom out there, but also you get to look at the original Polynesian, you know? So not that bad. Oh, dude, this is weird. Yeah, it looks much better up close. When you're right up next to it, it has much more of a tropical Polynesian vibe. Ooh, and I just wanted to take a look at the lobby. Sort of plain. Better than the great ceremonial house on the Polynesian side, but I must tell you, it smells really good in here. Boy, I wish I could shoot this smell through whatever device you're watching this on. All right, I've decided we're already closer to the boat launch anyways. Let's take the launch over to Magic Kingdom. Oh, there it is. If we hurry, we can just make it. It's a little resort launch. I love the way it almost looks like Jungle Cruise theme, just because the awning really on top of it. This is so exciting. I can't believe we made it. Oh, now let's take a ride across the 7 seas and over to the most magical place on Earth.
Now relax and enjoy your cruise. And we'll have you at your port of call in just a few minutes. Thanks for sailing with us.
I just love boats. Not a lot of boats where I come from back home. Oh, look at the bungalows out over the water at the Polynesian. I forgot we actually stayed in one of those. That was awesome. Oh, there we go. Past that old abandoned island in the center of the 7 Seas Lagoon that had the wave machine on it for the beaches of the Polynesian. Oh, and there she blows. The Magic Kingdom! Cruising past the Floridian, saying goodbye to the island tower, making our way, finally, into the magic. That's the thing. This is part of the magic. That's why I love Walt Disney World. At Disneyland back home, there's no magic like this. There's an ugly parking garage and either a long, unsightly walk or sort of a kind of gloomy tram ride. I mean, there's nothing like this. This is an adventure in and of itself. All right, that was awesome. We had a very friendly captain over here. Now we've landed at the Magic Kingdom. Look at that one, though. Look at the size of the trade winds over there. Look at this bird right here. So many. I feel like Hillhauser. Look at this bird! Wicked. He is not concerned. I am so close to him. Look at that beak. Dang. Needle beak. I don't know what I'm doing looking at birds. We're supposed to be looking at mice. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful sight. And listen to that beautiful sound, that bell. Something about all the bells and whistles from the railroads and the steamboat, another very important bell and whistle that make Disney Park specifically just so special. Just so special. Ah, there it is, the Walter E. Disney. I had a lot of fun riding on that the other day. And here we go, our circular plaque. Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Wow, it doesn't look too bad out here at the Magic Kingdom today. I only wish we were here a little earlier so we could see the Main Street vehicles running around, but I needed at least one night where I got 8 hours of sleep. I was starting to come unglued there a little bit. Oh, I love that statue of Roy Disney, Walt's brother, with Minnie Mouse. Roy, of course, having to complete the Magic Kingdom after Walt Disney passed away. And this is another one of my favorite little secrets at the Magic Kingdom, my favorite little theming details out here. If you were watching my video the other day, this is exactly what I was talking about. Look at that. Osh Popham, proprietor, right there on the windows of the Emporium. Osh Popham, a character from Summer Magic, that old live-action Walt Disney Productions film. He was played by Burl Ives. And no, I will never stop repeating that secret because Summer Magic might be one of the best live-action Disney movies ever made back in Walt's day. Or at least the one that is by far the most underrated and least talked about, least appreciated. Ooh, and this reminds me, the other day I was talking about how they finally have some good merch in the Emporium. In the last few years, it seemed like the priority was all like really shiny, iridescent stuff, like really flashy, weird colors, and really bright neon colors, like 90s colors coming back. And all I wanted was some plain, awesome Walt Disney World merch, and look at this. Look at how sick that is. It's printing down the sleeve. We wanted to do a Random Land shirt like that, but never did it. This has re-inspired me. They've got it in a bunch of plain, nice primary colors over here. We've got some really nice, really simple button-up shirts right there with classic Disney characters all over them. Look at these plain and simple hats with either Mickey Mouse on them, or even better, you've got the castle and that OG Walt Disney World logo. I don't know, I just noticed the other day they have a simple Mickey Mouse shorts. Look at that tote bag. That tote bag is awesome, and I'm not even a tote bag guy. They just have a lot more simple, kind of basic merchandise with a wider selection of simple colors than I've seen in a long time. It's the stuff that you would actually wear in your day-to-day. Look at that, black on black Spirit jersey. Oh, and I forgot, best of all, this is the thing that blew me away the most. On the other side of the Emporium, over here, going a little farther down Main Street, my friend pointed this out to me the other day. Look at this entire collection of backpacks, fanny packs, little camera bags, over-the-shoulder bags, satchels, if you will. Just look at the backpack itself right here. Black and white design, super simple. You could take that thing to school, you could take it on your vacation, on the plane really. And there's a tiny smaller backpack, like an alley-sized backpack, more like a Loungefly-sized backpack. These are fanny packs. So I knew fanny packs were back, sort of, right? Because of Allie telling me about TikTok. Because otherwise I don't know that TikTok exists. And look at this thing right here. I'd wear that on my fanny. Look at this. This could be a purse or a little over-the-shoulder camera bag right there. Or check out the over-the-shoulder bag right there. That looks nice actually with the way you're dressed, Allie. Well, everything looks nice with the way you dress. You always dress like a little model. I don't currently have a baby in the family, but that would make a swell, like, more portable diaper bag. Probably not what most people are thinking, like, hey, a swell diaper. That could be anything. It's a great messenger bag, really. I need some straps on the side. Does it have straps on the side? Oh my gosh, these are totally Parks gear because they're designed with little slots to put your mini ears in. All right, so for me, and of course this is all subjective, this is all relative based on your taste, but for me, this right here, this wall is better than anything they had for the 50th, except for the retro merch. We're not gonna count that. Or for the 100th, that weird Disney 100th with all the platinum shiny stuff. I don't want to wear shiny stuff. I mean, can you tell I wear the same thing every day? And I remember being at the 50th anniversary and there was this big long line to get into the big old circus tent store in the back by Storybook Circus. And Allie and I got in there and there was this dad, like, I don't know, from somewhere in the South. He's walking around with his family and his daughters were grabbing all the shiny 50th merch and he's looking and he's looking. And I'm kind of looking, I'm filming, and I look at him, he looks at me, he goes, there's really nothing for me in here. I was thinking, yeah, I know exactly what you mean, but now look at this. There's a lot of really nice, understated, sort of plain stuff. Look at that Mickey Mouse sort of baseball jersey, t-shirt. I love that. This is great. They got some great stuff. They still have lots of wacky colors and shiny stuff if that's your thing. But look at this. Look at these sweatpants right here. I could use some of those actually. There's a whole great collection with the 4 icons of the 4 parks now, including pins and stuff. That's nice. Minimalistic is the word I was looking for. It's more basic, more minimal. I mean, that is sick. Even I kind of want to get one of those, and I don't even wear red. I never wear red. I'll drink red though. Can I have some of that? Oh my gosh, there's even a Mickey Mouse pillow. I knew a lady who used to turn old t-shirts into pillows. She would always, her favorite was doing old Mickey Mouse t-shirts that were kind of worn out. She'd turn them into pillows. Now Disney has jumped the gun on that. All right, I know we're supposed to be keeping it mellow and taking it easy today, but it'd be fun if we could at least get on some rides. All right, I was trying to decide where to go, and Allie made up my mind for me. She's like, dude, we are doing Space Mountain. A girl after my own heart. I love Space Mountain here. Of course, Space Mountain, famously not very camera friendly anymore, so rather than taking you on there with me, here's another clip from 2022, back when we had to wear masks out here. Space, the final frontier! Did you know that in space, depending on how loud you're doing, everyone can hear you scream? Whoa! Oh my goodness! Oh! I've heard of shake, rattle, and roll, but never space rattle and roll! Well, that was a lot of fun. Look at the people mover rolling right by above the crowds for Space Mountain. Oh, I freaking love the Magic Kingdom. I would use stronger language, but we're in the Magic Kingdom. Oh. I'm fading away like Marty McFly. Allie, quick! We've got to get my parents back together. All right, you know what I just realized? We have not said hello to one of our very best friends here, close personal friend, who's one of the greatest performers in Magic Kingdom history. In fact, right now he's in the middle of a residency over here at Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe. It's Sonny Eclipse. We don't want to interrupt him while he's performing, but there he is, our best friend, Sonny. I did notice this the other day. It's a little heartbreaking. They changed all the chairs at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. They all kind of look like little lawn chairs are much more comfortable than the old ones. And I can see they still have a few of the old ones lingering around up here on the patio. They copy these. They have these at Disneyland as well. And the original pizza port, we got 2 of those in our house, and they are not comfortable to sit in because they got rid of them at Pizza Port as well. Replaced them with some other modern chairs. I don't know why they put those lawn chair style ones down by Sonny Eclipse, but I hope they never get rid of them from in here. Because maybe not everybody notices details like little cosmic space chairs, but I do, and I love stuff like that. Hey, you hear that? That gives me an idea. Thanks, Sonny. Actually, you know what? Everybody does notice those details, whether they know it or not. You subconsciously notice things like that. Your brain will put things like that together. And a little theme detail here and there stripped out for budgetary reasons isn't really a big deal, you know, on an individual level, but once you do it more and more and more, cumulatively, all together, collectively, it makes a big difference in your brain, and then you start going, you know, why does Disney World feel less special? So hopefully, things like that don't disappear. Themed furniture. Oh, this is really sweet. Allie just saw this. That's so cute right there. It's true, too. Squirrel! Squirrel! Oh, I love Fantasyland. All right. It's time to go on a ride, and Allie just told me right now that she forgot to put on any sunscreen. So it's probably for the best if we find something indoors and undercover. Luckily, that's most everything in Magic Kingdom. And it's not just a few rides here and there in the Magic Kingdom that are undercover. They've got the whole world undercover here. And how does the whole world fit under one roof? Simple. It's a small world. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is a really great wait time. Lately, even Small World has been 30, 40 minutes during the day. And unlike at the original Disneyland in California, here, the It's a Small World, well, sort of world, the facade, the exterior, that Mary Blair fantastic jumble of world landmarks where you load into your boat is all indoors and air conditioned. And luckily, so's the rest of the ride. Ooh, and my favorite part is that when you get in line, the line actually goes behind the clock tower. I guess those familiar with Disney World wouldn't be too excited about this, but for people like us who grew up with Disneyland, coming in here to an indoor Small World queue and getting to walk behind the facades, it's pretty exciting. I mean, I like it. Then again, as they've been telling me ever since kindergarten, I am kind of weird. You could thank Mary Blair for coming up with the design of all this, but you could thank Imagineer Rolly Crump for not only all the spinning things on it, but for figuring out how to make Mary Blair's paintings three-dimensional. Wave goodbye to the real world, because we're entering an alley-sized world. Hey, speaking of Mary Blair, there she is right there under the Eiffel Tower. That's a little tribute to one of Walt's greatest artists. It's so well done. I love the patterns and the bright colors and the message of world peace. I also like that they included some differently abled folks in the ride, because after all, each one of us is different. And I, for one, think that's really cool. How about you? Yep, it's a beautiful, beautiful world, my friends, and we are lucky to live in it. I know it doesn't always feel so beautiful because we got downs along with the ups. But here's the thing, tomorrow's always a new day. We can't always control our circumstances, but we can control our reaction to them. Not always, but with patience and practice over time, it gets a lot easier to choose positivity. Very hard at first, though. Very dang hard at first. Like Richard Sherman said, this ride is a prayer for peace. I love that. Not everybody thinks the same. Not everybody looks the same. Not everybody acts the same. But we can all live together if we learn to accept each other as we are. I'm not crying. There's just popcorn stuck in my eye. Also steamboats. We need steamboats or there will be no world peace. Now, if only you were allowed to dance in this ride. All right. Moving on. All right, so speaking of Disneyland in California, something that we just got and I just filmed was the new Madame Leota Somewhere Beyond shop. The Haunted Mansion finally got its own gift shop. Magic Kingdom has had its own Haunted Mansion gift shop for quite a while. So if you've never seen it, we're gonna go cruising in there right now. This is the back of it. Memento Mori, relics from regions beyond. And look into that eye, can you see that? That is Madame Leota herself and all her little tarot card symbols around her. Of course, it's a little more impressive from the front side here in front of the Haunted Mansion. There it is, Memento Mori. Sick weather vane up there on top. Beautiful little porch. Too bad there's no chairs on there, right? That'd be a cool place to sit and watch this crazy line. Now that's some people watching. I love the Haunted Mansion here, and they have all the best swag here. They did have all the best swag. Now we've got a little shop of our own back home. That's cool. Got all the little potions and candles and relics up here on top of these shelves. You have some, look at that, some spider web shelving right there. Then look at this, the portrait of Madame Leota holding the skull, reading your fortune. We're in Liberty Square here, so of course, just somewhat of a colonial period outfit on. This old spirit cabinet used to have to do with the portraits you used to get taken in here. You used to be able to get your Haunted Mansion photo, your spirit portrait, taken right in here. And then it would print out like a little lenticular photo where it transformed your face that you took in the photo in here into like a ghoul face. My son and I got it done way back in the day. Allie never got her spirit portrait taken. She always gets grumpy with how she looks in the Magic Kingdom. You know, everybody looks rough after a day in the Magic Kingdom, except you, ironically. This is the best thing, the little mirror on the wall right here. If you wait long enough, Madame Leota is supposed to appear in that mirror, although I haven't seen her do it yet. Maybe the effect is broken today, but you can kind of make out her face, her ghostly face. Right there in the mirror. I like this. Here's a portrait of your ghost host right there. See how it changes? That lenticular, sort of old school changing portrait. Kind of like what you could get at Spirit Halloween, honestly. That's what these spirit portraits were like back in the day. I'm glad I got one while they were still a thing. They should bring that back, honestly. Look at all the merch. Look at that watch. I love this. They have that talking Leota here. Look at that. And they have my favorite guy. Hey, what's that? I'm glad they still have these. I've got one of those at home. Now, boy, if they replace Constance here at the Disney World Haunted Mansion too, it might be your last chance to get some Constance Hatchaway merch. Oh, look at the singing bus all lit up. Oh, they're singing the song. That is so cool. Great stretching portrait ornaments in here. You have your busts in a box. This, of course, is the best thing. Your gargoyle candle holders, just like in the stretching room. You can buy these here. It says USB power, so I guess there's a little light effect on those. Look at this Haunted Mansion water bottle with your gargoyles on. Dude, mini waffle maker, what the heck?
That's so cool.
Yeah, you need that. You love waffles, and you love mini waffles, because you are a mini waffle. Oh, they got a light up chess set over here, too. Oh, that's cool. So the little characters must light up. Ooh, they got a much more budget-friendly version of Madame Leota. Madame Leota's all over the place now, and I love this. This little toy right here. Probably one of the least expensive items in here. Probably one of the most fun for kids. See? Swag all over the place. I love that. Haunted Mansion used to have hardly any merch. Now they've got all the best merch. They even have Haunted Mansion wallpaper sunglasses. What is that, dental floss? No, a headphone case. Oh, look at that. That's my biggest fan. Haunted Mansion jackets and even Haunted Mansion Crocs. Oh, yeah. You have your own little Haunted Mansion model kit, too. That is so sweet, dude. So much sweet swag. All right, well, we only have a couple of minutes left. On the memory card, I did that on purpose, so I would take it a little easier today, make today's adventure a little shorter. And luckily, there's a ride that's just about 2 minutes long. Even if you do usually have to wait 50 minutes to get on board. All right, here we go. Off to Neverland. Oh, wait a minute. Our lap bar's not down. I think we need a little pixie dust. Hello.
Ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Yes, you did it. Pixie dust. And off we go.
Off to Neverland.
See? He knows what I'm talking about. Ah. I love it. I love it. Look at the traffic down there. There's little boats in the Thames. There he goes. Flying across the moon. Wish we could go to Neverland, Allie.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, we are in Neverland. What am I talking about? Flying through with all these friends we haven't met yet.
May I have your attention?
Oh.
Please remain seated. This ride has stopped temporarily and will resume motion at any time. Please remain seated for your own safety. Thank you.
What a great voice, dude. I wish I had a voice like that. He said I got this squeaky SpongeBob voice. I can't help it. I was born with it.
Attention on Peter Pan's flight. This route begin motion immediately. For your safety, please remain seated. Thank you.
Got a sick view of that. Raven, oh my gosh! Whoa. Hello, Wendy! Look at those pirates. Yes, oh, there he is! Fighting Captain Hook. Tick-tock. That was fantastic. It's always fantastic. Goodbye, Mr. Crocodile. He's waiting for Captain Hook. And Captain Hook just never comes out. I tripped there. How embarrassing. Right in front of the croc. Oh, all right, guys. By design, that's all we have time for today. But I'm going to be back very soon, perhaps with a few secrets of Epcot's World Showcase. How about that? Small World's got me all excited for world travel, and there's no better place than Epcot. But I'm glad we came to Magic Kingdom today. I'm even more glad that you came with us. Thank you for sticking around to the end. You're part of the all the way to the very end club. My second favorite people on the planet, right next door to our Patreon members, especially our Randomland Adventurers Club members who get the morning announcements, which have still been coming at you from Walt Disney World. Also, the official membership pin. What do you think this little sneaky thing is, huh? As for the rest of you, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for giving it a thumbs up. Thanks for giving us your time. We really appreciate it. But for now, like I said, that's all she wrote. We've done our duty. It's time to go home and sleep well.
Monsters Incorporated Laughmore.
Mike Wazowski has brought in some real monsters to comedy. Whether you have one eye or 9, take the time to see this show.
Now approaching